Hello everyone, we have a new equipment banner. It's a Record of Lodo's equipment banner. So this one is not exclusive. You can get it from regular drops such as Dragon, Timeless Trail, gambling in stores, and reward exchange events. I will do a full breakdown of all 4 of these equipment, and worth summoning or not, you decide. The banner name is Age of Innovation, and there's a weapon, 1 helmet, 1 armor, and 1 accessory. Let's take a look at the first equipment, Scarlet Reaper. So this is an axe. It can be used for Lancer, Flyer, and Aquatic unit. Attack plus 10%. Before actively dealing damage, if the enemy's HP is less than 100%, damage is increased by 5%, and after battle deals a fixed damage equal to 0.5 times attack. So it only deals fixed damage after the battle, not before. So it's kind of like the opposite of Ragnarok, and also 0.5 times less fixed damage. Okay, let's take a look who can use it best and how do we use this item. Scarlet Reaper is very unique because after you use a AoE skill, you can deal fixed damage as long as their HP is less than 100%. One downside to this axe is that it contradicts with Amphibious Raid. So Amphibious Raid is the Flyer and Aquatic training right here. When attacking units with 100% HP, Flyer and Aquatic attack and defend increase by 20%. So as long as your opponent has max HP, you will deal 20% more. Well, not deal. Your attack and defend increase by 20%. And right here, if you look at the effect, if the enemy's HP is less than 100%, damage is increased by 5%. So you're gonna get 5% damage extra from this axe, but now you're gonna lose that 20% attack and defense from the training. If you're a PvE only player, I don't recommend you trying to summon this or pull this axe, because low fixed damage is not very useful in general in a PvE, because as a flyer you want to one-shot your target. Unless you're fighting against boss like Ancient Beckoning boss or the high content challenges, then it's hard to one-shot them. Maybe that damage increase is kind of worth it, but again, it contradicts with the Amphibious Raid. This is really built for PvP. So who can actually use this best? Ashram, who has Dragon Breath. Especially he has 2 lives, so even if he fails to kill someone in the first life, he has another life. There's a high chance that he can trigger the effect. Ferna, whose game plan is mainly aim, go in, AoE, and then come back out. This is going to work really well with her. So she's going to only deal additional damage with her AoE. Sherry's Wind Whisper, 3C, and her talent Wild Princess. Ultimuller with Dragon Breath and Gale. Angelina's Dragon Breath and 3C. Then now we have the new upcoming hero, Ares. He can use this probably the best, because he can do 2 AoE in 1 turn. His Wind Whisper and 3C. And I'm sure there's other heroes that can use this very well as well. But on top of my head, I just have these ones right now. Now let's take a look at the armor. Asha Legend. This one, Flyer, Archer, Aquatic, and Assassin can use it. Life, well, HP plus 10%. Defense is increased by 10% when unit HP is above 50%. Magic defense is increased by 10% when unit HP is below 50%. Now let's take a look at who can use this best. Honestly, I think this armor is like meh. It's not that good. It's definitely not worth summoning. Even in PvE or PvP is not amazing. And the only hero I can think of who can use it is Listell. Listell can use this because she needs life, and it'll make her tankier when she has more HP, and less HP she's more tankier from the magic side. But in my opinion, if you were to give this to Listell, unless you don't have Tenyo, I think Tenyo is better for Listell because Tenyo gives a little bit more base life stats. and a chance to dispel and debuff your opponent. I think that's way better, the effect, than this one. There's also other similar armor that gives you HP, such as Demon Lizard Skin. If it's for an assassin, there's Monkey King Fist, which usually people would use with Extreme Magic Bow. And among all these armor, the best one would be Last Rite, including Listell, who can wear it. And there's no better one for this, except maybe if you're using Assassin with Extreme Magic Bow, like I said before, then you'll probably use Monkey King. Other than that, this will be the best. As long as that class can wear this, there's nothing that can beat Last Rites. In conclusion, I think this armor here is just not really worth it for both PvE or PvP. It's okay, it's good, it's pretty good, but not worth my tickets to summon. Now let's take a look at the third item here. It's a helmet, which Reminiscence can be used on Mage, Holy, and Demon. HP plus 10%. After taking action, an adjacent ally is granted skill increased by 20%. Immunity to heal reversal, conversion from healing to damage, and unable to act against effects. Last one turn. So the description might sound a little bit confusing. So I'm going to break it down and show you guys how to use this. So a lot of people get confused by heal reversal and curse of wounding effect. So what is heal reversal? I'm going to show you guys examples. We have Sakura's AoE, Hyaka Ryodan, and then we have Listell's Reaper's Touch. So these effects are basically if it hits your healer, or for example juggler, and when they heal themselves, when they heal their allies, they will deal damage instead of heal. So this hat will give them immunity to this effect. Okay, so Curse of Wounding effect. A lot of people get mixed up between these two, heal reverse and this one. So this one is skills such as Sonya's 3C, Chaos Helix, Listell's Blood Dance, and Hiei's Fist of the Mortal Flame. So this one is basically anti-heal. Let's say if it's on your target. Okay, this is a better example. Let's say A got hit by the Curse of Wounding effect, and B wants to heal A, but B didn't get, it doesn't matter. B is healthy, but it's still, when she or he heals target A, the healing is going to deal damage. In other words, this hat is going to be useless against that effect. You don't really get to see these kind of like heal reversal in PvE. Well, sometimes Trail Challenge they do have it, because you'll probably run into a Listell. However, I really think that this hat is only good for PvP. It's meant for PvP. Because if you're using a Mage, Holy, or Demon, the chances of you using something else would be maybe Soul Stealer, Tenyo, both the SR and SSR Sage Hat, and for, let's say, Listell, you have the Feather Crown. So using this is very rare. On top of that, the second effect is immune to unable to act against effects. Like, you probably never run into that in PvE. Even in PvP, I think this one is kind of really not worth it to summon. So it's kind of hard to position. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean. It is very hard to position. It's very situational. So right here, you'll see A, B, C, D. For example, you have it on a... Doesn't matter who you have it on. Most of the time, you're going to stick with your tank. So let's say right now, the person in the middle wants to give it to target A or C. Doesn't matter, honestly. You cannot choose who to give it to. It's based on RNG. So now, let's say if you gave it to your tank, and your tank is not a juggler, it's a Landius or something in PvP, then it's useless. You didn't really do anything. And then most likely you're not going to act against a tank. It's going to be really, really rare. And if luckily you give it to someone who you want it to have, and that, coincidentally, that hero has, act again skill. Let's say Leonhardt. Now, since it only lasts one turn, then he's going to lose it after the act again. Now we're looking at another example. So even if you kind of only have 2 targets instead of 4 targets, A and B. So even here is a 50-50. You can't control who to give it to your adjacent ally. So that's, well, for me, I think this is useless, and it'll make it even harder for yourself to plan your attacks or defend. On top of that, the unable to act again effects. There's only like 2 heroes: Leonhardt's AOE, and I think Olivier's Heartless Requiem. And I think that's it. Now the last item, Twilight Star, is an accessory that can be used by anyone. Attack and intelligence plus 5% before attacking deals fixed damage equal to 1 times of the unit's lower stats. It says lower stats of either attack or intelligence. It's basically the lower one. If enemy is using mixed troops, the fixed damage cannot be immunized. So this one's very, very unique. Now let's take a look how to use it and who can use this best. This accessory is not for PvE because a fixed damage effect and mixed troops are rarely seen. And next is, again, I'm going to repeat myself, it's not for PvE, which means it's for PvP. It's to help one-shot your target. Fixed damage cannot be immunized, no matter in what circumstances against mixed troops. To elaborate, any items that gives immunity doesn't work. Any skills that give fixed damage immunity also wouldn't work. It's pretty much like a Ragnarok version of accessory, where it can really help break Last Right's 100% HP effect. A couple examples that we can commonly see in PvP about mixed troops. So Listell with Vampire Bat, that's the mixed troop, demon, and then a flyer. So now a lot of Listell, they wear swordsmith metal. So now the immunity does not work, because this one does give fixed damage immunity. Next we have Juggler and Stone Colossus, and also with swordsmith metal. These two also can wear Last Right, so if the fixed damage procs, there's a really high chance that you can deal higher damage, or more than that would be killing them by one shot. This accessory is pretty much built for assassins, so he can use this very well, along with Sarita and Omega. Now, especially when you face against, for example, Sophia, Liana with Shrine Maiden, now you can break Shrine Maiden's 100% HP defend effect. Next, we have Akaya, who can use this even better because she needs both attack and intelligence percent. However, I think Sonya uses this best, like the most optimal with her 3C. And this is 100% her best accessory because she needs both attack and intelligence. And she's going to even deal crazier fixed damage now since they can't immune to it. And this is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is informative and it helps you guys understand better about these equipment to a point that if it's worth summoning or not. Again, these gear are available from regular drops, so they are not exclusive. If there's anything I'm missing or I should know, please let me know in the comments below. If you don't have a YouTube account, you can join my Discord that I recently made. The description is below. You can join there and we can connect. Once again, thank you so much for watching. You can show your support by liking the video, sharing the video, or subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time.